Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through another hobby of mine. I've obviously shown you all of my video games for everything I own, which is PC and PlayStation primarily, but I'm also an avid music collector. I got a fat stack here of CDs. We can go through these quickly. If you recognize any, shout. But here's Concrete Blonde. Here's Ted Hawkins, Black Sabbath, Cheap Trick. Now I do want to get plastic cases for these, but I'm not as concerned with these as I would be my video games. I have, the video games hold more value to me personally. Here's Cypress Hill, Fu Manchu. Here's a Johnny Cash home recorded CD with what looks to be some major disc rot, as you can see there. Here's Van Halen. I'm unsure of who this is. Lord High Fixers. Nebula to the center. Oops. I'm not sure who this is. Here's Bad Brains. I'm not sure which artist. I'm not sure if that's the album or the artist, but there's that one. I don't know. Here is the Black Keys. Here's just a random CD, a two-sided CD. I'm not sure what goes on with that one. Here's part of a Johnny Cash set. Here's a random CD I'm not sure of. Melvin's Bullhead. Another part of the Johnny Cash set with these two here. Izzy Stradlin. Here is The Meat Puppets. And here is Cherub's Heroin Man. I don't know how well you can see that there, but those are the loose discs. Now we can get into the good stuff, all the artwork of all my CDs. I'm going to start here with a bunch of stuff that I have purchased recently, kind of. Here is Kendrick Lamar's newest album, GNX. I saw it at Walmart. I was like, okay, let me get that. I want to get more rap in my collection, so I figured, why not? Here is Kali Uchis. This is one of her Latin albums. She does both English and Spanish songs, but this is a really solid album. Here is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Awesome mix soundtrack to the film. I've been wanting to get this on cassette for a long time, but I ended up not getting it on cassette. So I saw it the other day, and I picked it up. Simple as that. It's a good soundtrack. Here's Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Who doesn't like Fleetwood Mac? It's a solid album. The Doors, it's a greatest hits album. There's some of their hits. This is a really good album. Who doesn't like the Doors? Motown Records #1s. There's a bunch of the hits there. A bunch of classic Motown. Here's Def Leppard, Pyromania. Michael Jackson, Thriller, classic album. Journey, Greatest Hits. I love Journey to death. I'd probably say my favorite song on here is Wheel in the Sky. Generally the whole album's really good, except Don't Stop Believin'. I feel like that one is overplayed because of advertisements. Here's ABBA, Greatest Hits. I don't know how well you can see that there. There's a bunch of the songs. Every song on here is really good. Here's Daryl Hall and John Oates, Greatest Hits. Bunch of solid songs on there. I got way too many Greatest Hits albums. I really need to get more specialized stuff. Here's Guns N' Roses, Greatest Hits. There's some of the songs. A lot of it is off of Appetite for Destruction. Creed, Greatest Hits. Who doesn't like Creed, right? This one also has a DVD film inside of it as well. I've yet to see that yet. I need to watch it at one point. I don't know what it's about, whether it's music videos or like a little documentary, but it's pretty good. Here's Seven Dust. This is their first album, I believe. It's just self-titled. The first song, Black's, really good. Seven Dust is like, oh my god, I just spilled everything. Goodness gracious, I just tried to move all these and I spilled. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, alright, we're gonna try this now, see if this will be a little better. I did my best there with that. I just had a problem with my phone spilling out everywhere. Anyway, Seven Dust, they're like an alternative metal band, similar to like Deftones and whatnot. This CD here is a band that's very special to me. This is my close friend's band, Buffel. They make, I guess, more modern metal style music. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of their music, but I do support my friend. So this is really cool to own. It'd be nice if it had more of a traditional CD kind of case. That's pretty cool. Here is Hailstorm. Don't know much about Hailstorm. I also want to clarify, a lot of these CDs were given to me as gifts from a friend. He gave me a huge box of CDs. There's also a good amount of punk in here, I believe. Here's like a parody album, I believe. This is a parody of Appetite for Destruction. It's all very adult themed music, it looks like. And covers, I believe. Here is The Candy Machine Tune International. It's like a punk album, I believe. A lot of these I don't know about because I haven't listened to them, but I'll talk about stuff that I know. Here's Iron Maiden, The Mark of the Beast. This is a really famous album by them. It's solid. It's alright, you know. It's not terrible. I'm not the biggest fan of British metal, but I do like some Iron Maiden. I really do enjoy them. Here's an album I recently just picked up. You can tell it looks very new. It's Bon Jovi Greatest Hits. Who doesn't like Bon Jovi, right? Okay. Same thing with this. Here's Black Sabbath Ultimate Collection. Very similar to the other album here. Just a bunch of hits. I just picked this one up too. Here is Seether. This is, I think, a newer album from them. The surface seems so far. I kept a little sticker on there. Because why not? I like keeping stickers. Here's another album I picked up. It's Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. It's the 35th anniversary. I really like Motley Crue. They're, classic 80s rock band, you know. This was on the cover of the album, so it was on here like this. When I bought it, it has that cool little shape-shifting thing. I took it off, though, because it was only held on by a little piece of like that, like kind of malleable glue stuff, and it just wouldn't have stayed on the front, so I'm keeping it on the inside. But it was a really, really solid album. If you've never listened to it, it has, hold on, let me pull that back out. I need that again. Where's the track list? Is there no track list? Am I crazy? I guess there's no... I guess there's no... Oh, wait. Hold on. There's Dr. Feelgood. Kickstart My Heart. Those are probably the two biggest songs from the album. But, once again, I got it because I wanted a copy. And I don't really live near any record stores, so my next best bet is going to Walmart and getting stuff like this. I probably overpaid for this, to be honest. But, it's a brand new CD. Who doesn't want brand new music? Same thing with this one. Here's Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City. This is the 10th anniversary edition. Nothing too special about it, just different artwork. Here's a book. Has pictures and a bunch of information about the songs, who produced them, lyrics, etc. It's a really solid album for a rap album. You know, I'm not like the biggest Kendrick fan, but this is a good album. GNX was okay, and Damn's another good album, but I wanted to pick this one up because I wanted to own it. I didn't feel like buying it online, so I saw it at Walmart and I went and bought it. So these next few albums, these are all really good albums that probably many of you know. This is Metallica's first 4 albums. I picked them all up at Walmart again. $5 a piece. They're in these really kind of crappy paper sleeves. That's okay. We got Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, which is my favorite. I love both these albums to death, but every song on these are really good. But Ride the Lightning is definitely my favorite. Master of Puppets, it's okay. It has some good songs, but I don't like it as much. And then And Justice for All. This is a really, really good album. It has some famous songs on it, like One, for example, Harvester of Sorrow. To Live Is to Die. That's a tribute to Cliff Burton, I think. He's one of the bandmates that passed away, unfortunately, from a bus accident. But yeah, good old Metallica. Can't go wrong with them. They're probably one of my favorite metal bands. Okay, continuing to move through here. These should be really quick. Here's Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill. Some rock, rap kind of stuff. Beastie Boys is pretty good. Here is Aerosmith, Devil's Got a New Disguise. I have not listened to that. I think it's like a greatest hits album, though. I could be wrong, but it says the very best of Aerosmith, so. Here is Hailstorm once more. Here's Rob Zombie. Here is Throwing Copper Live. Eric Clapton Unplugged. Faith No More. Here's a copy of Green Day's Dookie. I'm not a big fan of Green Day. Here's Ritz, Next to Nothing. And here's the very best of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'll talk about some of these if I know about them, but if I have not given them a listen yet, then I will not say much. Here's a self-recorded album, Super Hits, Ted Nugent. Here's Saturday Night Fever, the soundtrack. I've always loved soundtrack albums because you get a good variety of music on one CD. Here is The Presidents of the United States of America. A friend of mine online was talking about how Peaches is a good song, but I have not listened to this album yet. Here is Verdun, Unholy Light Summer. It's like death metal. It's like, I don't know. It's a promo copy, though, because there's a hole punched here, but there's only like 4 songs on it, 3 songs. It's pretty cool, I guess. And then here's another Metallica album that I really love. This is the Black Album, 1991. Solid album. These ones here, when it comes to Metallica, though, these ones are like the only albums I consider to be canon. Everything after 1991's Black Album, I just do not care about. I don't care for at all. I just have no opinion. Don't care. Here's Post Malone. This is Hollywood's Bleeding. It has some solid songs on it. I think the Sunflower song is on here from the Spider-Man movie. Sunflower, you know. It's okay. I'm not a big Post Malone guy, but it's okay. Here is Real Big Fish. Here's Cavo. Wild Ones, Flo Rida. Here is Sammy Kershaw. Here's a big heavy hitter, Skillet. They make some solid music. For a Christian band, they're pretty good. You know, good listenable music. Here is Faith No More. Here's a really solid band. Stone Temple Pilots. There's some good stuff. Oh, we're at 20% battery. That's okay. I don't know many of the songs on here, but I do know STP. I like them. They're good. Here's Disturbed, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Machiavelli, aka Tupac. It's okay. It's got some good bumps, some good rhymes, some good rap, if you will. Here's 10 Years of Godsmack, so greatest hits album. Greatest hits for DMX. Pretty cool. I know a lot of people like DMX. Face to Face. Right there. Sorry, my camera work could be a little bit better on here. Here's a smaller album from a smaller artist, Tyler Farr. Suffer in Peace. I'm guessing it's like a country kind of album. Here's kind of a big artist, a big popular artist, Sublime. I know people love Sublime. I don't have an opinion. Much like my games, I don't listen to necessarily everything I own. I've been trying to get through it though. Here's Ren and Stimpy. Okay, this is a fun album. I listened to this one. This is by Acid Witch. It's called Stoned. It's like some, you know, death metal-y kind of stuff, but nothing too in your face, I guess. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Let Love In. Here's a solid album too. Rancid. It's good. And Out Come the Wolves. It's pretty good. Let me move these over. Actually, no, we'll go through these now. I got some cassette tapes too. Here is Chicago's Greatest Hits from 1982 to 1989. I have not given this a listen. I don't have a shelf for it, but it's fine. Here's U2, The Joshua Tree. I know people love U2. I don't have an opinion on them. I don't love them, don't hate them. Self-recorded tape here. This has Crocus and Judas Priest Turbo. Judas Priest Turbo is pretty good. The other album, I'm not too much of a fan of. But yeah, let's see. We got ZZ Top. I'm not a big fan of ZZ Top either. I haven't given them enough of a try. Creedence Clearwater Revival, classic band. Love them or hate them. They make good music. House of Pain. This has some good stuff on it. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it's good. It's good. Here is the Beatles Anthology. Unpopular opinion, but I think the Beatles are overrated. So it's in a pretty cool case. I've never seen a case like this before, where both sides can open. But yeah, I'm not the biggest Beatles fan. Here is Air Supply, Lost in Love. I don't have an opinion on them, but I think they're from like the 70s. So these next albums I can speak a little more on. Lil Peep, Crybaby. I love Lil Peep, although I think my tape's going bad because it's starting to slow down. So I may have to invest in the CD because the tape's going bad, I think. But it's a really good album. If you never listen to Lil Peep, he makes like emo rap. He passed away from a drug overdose, but he's still pretty famous otherwise. He has some solid bangers. This is from a guy on Reddit, actually. The Fisherman and the Priestess. Pisces is the album. You can find it on, I think, Bandcamp or whatever. But the guy sent me this cassette for free, actually, because I couldn't afford it at the time, and I was like, hey, that's really good music. I'd love to own it. So that's what he did. He sent me this album. I kept it. I used to have a much larger cassette tape collection. Here's another copy of Injustice for All. This is a specific edition, like 40th, 35th, 40th anniversary edition, something like that. These next two albums come from a guy named Iron Monkey. He's a beat maker. He's from the UK. So he only made about 25 of these each, or 50 each of these. Now I do listen to them from time to time, but they're just like hip-hop beats. You can't find these on a streaming site either, so you'd have to go and listen to them this way. But I think they are available on his website, Iron Monkey. See right there. You can find him on Instagram as well. Also with that Pisces album, he didn't make too many of those either. The guy who made that album. Okay. Put that in there. Put that in there, like so. Okay. So here is a famous album. Not the greatest album by Joji, but it's Smithereens. I was trying to get some of my favorite artists on cassette tape when I was buying these. Like, for example, the Lil Peep Crybaby, or this one. I was like, wow, a new artist putting music onto cassette. Joji Smithereens. This has Glimpse of Us and some other smaller hits. But, yeah, that's mainly why I bought that instead of a CD. Alright, this should be really quick getting through these. Here's more Disturbed. They have some hits, but I'm not a big fan. Pat Benatar. Ramones' Greatest Hits. Here's part of a disc set of Led Zeppelin. I'm not the biggest Led Zeppelin guy. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication. Really awesome album here. Here is Kill Hannah, Hope for the Hopeless. It's a pretty interesting album. I don't love it or hate it. Beck Ode Lay. I think that's like a punk kind of album. Here I have Coheed and Cambria. I recognize the name, but I have not given them a listen. Here's a pretty famous band. People love them. Blink 182. I think this is a Greatest Hits album. Yep, it's one of the Icon albums. So, yeah. Here is 10 Years, The Autumn Effect. I don't know much about them. The Cars, classic track. So, Greatest Hits album of The Cars. Let's keep on moving here. Here is Bless the Fall. I recognize the name, but I've not listened to them. Counting Crows, another one of those names where I recognize them, but I'd never listened to them. Papa Roach, this is a pretty famous album. I've not listened to it, though. Here is Less Than Jake. Cool artwork. I think it's a punk album. I think. I could be wrong. Here is a Lollapalooza sampler with people who were at Lollapalooza whenever this came out. I don't know what year's on it. I can't see. Here is Headbangers Ball the Revenge. There's a bunch of songs on it. Yeah, I'm missing a CD out of it, but it's fine. I'm not too stressed about it. Here is Yellow Wolf. I'm not sure if it's rock or rap, but it's a cool artwork. The Alpha. Here is more of Less Than Jake. Here's Bad Beats Evil. It's Eminem and another rapper. I don't remember. But that's pretty cool. And then here is Atreyu, The Curse. Another rock band from the 2000s. I don't know. Here is Korn Unplugged. Follow the Leader by Korn. Here's another one of those Led Zeppelin CDs. Here is Brainwaves. Don't know much about them. Electric Larryland, Butthole Surfers. Crazy artwork there. Let me get these out of the way here. Here's some more Johnny Cash. I love Johnny Cash. Classic country / rock. Here's Rob Zombie again. I don't have much of an opinion on the guy. You know, he makes rock music. It is what it is. Guns N' Roses, Chinese Democracy. This is not their most favorable album. I know that much. Three Doors Down. Kind of like a hits little CD. I don't know too much about them. Here's more Led Zeppelin. Busta Rhymes, Greatest Hits kind of thing. Don't know much about Busta. I'm sure if I listened to some of his music, I'd know from the radio or from films. Here's Aranda, Stop the World. Has a crazy artwork on it with with a gas mask. The Killers. I know they got some hits, and I know this album has a lot of the hits, but I don't know them off the top of my head. I can't name anything. Here's the album Him, or an album by him. Here's another copy of the Black Album. I have 2 albums of this. Crazy, right? I absolutely love these guys, Metallica. Here's a crazy cover art. This is Lady Gaga, believe it or not. That's not the most attractive artwork there. Here's Some Nights by Fun. They have the song Some Nights. That big pop hit, you know. Here is No FX, Punk in Drublic. Here is the worst album on planet Earth, Saint Anger. We don't talk about this album. Notice how I don't keep it with the rest of my others. Here's Melancholy. Don't know much about it. Here's Asphyx. Here's Weezer, another small little hit CD. I love the color on this. I love that color. Here's the Jerky Boys. Pulp Fiction soundtrack. That's a good film, by the way. If you've never seen that, go watch it. If you've never watched any Quentin Tarantino films, go watch them. Quentin Tarantino makes fantastic movies. And finally, I have Bare Naked Ladies. I can't say much about them either, but there you go, everyone. That's my music collection. Let me know if there's anything you recognize or anything you're curious about. If there's anything you do know about, tell me some stories or tell me some of your favorite songs off of what you recognize. I did try to speak on what I could or what I know about. Be sure to go to the description of the video. You'll find my friends' YouTube channels, and you'll find my Discord. Once again, thank you for tuning in. If you've seen other videos of mine recently, thank you for all the viewership you've given me. I appreciate it. I noticed a big spike in viewership from showing off my game collection, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you all, and bye-bye.